breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Michelle escapes into hiding on island with gay friends after what Barack has caught covering up. Since the day Barack and Michelle Obama left the White House, the facade of marital bliss was over. The two haven't stopped traveling and while appearing to be mostly together as they globe-trot, but now the trend has become Michelle going solo and it may be a while before she returns from the strange private island she's hiding on. The Obama-s marriage appeared to be as fake as the former president's love of this country. The act of a compassionate father and husband was one that the couple could barely keep together by the bitter end of 2 tiring presidential terms. Since the family became civilians, the skeletons they thought were locked away for good have come parading out now that they aren't protected by the presidency any longer. Although the couple stands to make a substantial amount on their memoir by somewhat exposing these sordid details, they thought that they were in control of what tidbits came out. The country has always known what a deceitful individual Barack is and it's hard to feel compelled to buy a so-called memoir that he and his wife are only writing to cash in on, which is likely full of lies. Unless one purchases their books simply for a fictional read, they aren't going to get the truth they expect. However, photos speak volumes more than their book does. In the aftermath of the devastation caused by Hurricane Harvey, comparisons came to the surface of how Barack handled the disaster in Louisiana last year being vastly different than President Trump's response in Houston. The argument from the left was largely based on 2 photos they pulled from the archives, as demonstrations of Barack's compassion toward flood victims. One was not even from a flood at all, as he was serving food in a shelter during Thanksgiving and not for flood relief. The other showed him hugging a victim, which was used against Trump, who liberals slammed for not being empathetic enough like Barack allegedly was. Just as the first photo, there was a huge problem with this one, which may have been even worse. Just hours after this picture came out, Michelle fled the country and is now on an island with a gay couple. This photo is all the proof liberals needed to prove that Barack is better at handling disasters than Trump. But they forget the actual facts behind the picture. The shot was taken 9 days after Hurricane Sandy slammed New Jersey, which was also at a time when Barack Obama was running for presidential re-election against Mitt Romney. It was a very tight race at this point the storm hit, and Barack, who is always the opportunist, swapped in to use the devastation as a political move over his opponent. He posed for the photo op, which is ironically the very thing the left is accusing Trump of doing in Houston. However, it gets far worse than that with what the re-elected president did to this very woman in the picture after he got what he wanted out of her. The woman being hugged by Barack in this now infamous shot is Donna Vincent. He made a promise to help her while he was hugging her. After his visit, I sent an email to President Obama. Many days later, I got a response back. It was disturbing, she said, according to PhillyMag.com. It had nothing to do with what I was asking him. It was a form letter. It thanked me for supporting the troops. He made a promise to rebuild on national television, and I can't even get this money. It is heartbreaking, really. I did reach out to Senator Whelan, and I got a response that they were forwarding my email to the person that Governor Christie put in charge of Sandy relief. But from President Obama, I got a form letter, Vincent explained. He got his picture and a second presidential term, and it didn't matter what promises he made along the way to get it. No sympathy or empathy, as the left says. It was all use and abuse. Even though Michelle herself is as arrogant and abusive of the system that it gets, she too has probably had enough of Barack like the rest of us. The former First Lady is now off on an island in Spain and is so obsessed with nobody knowing anything about it that she banned photographers and reporters on this, of all trips. MSN reports. After moving her daughter Malia into her freshman dorm at Harvard University, former First Lady Michelle Obama has traveled across the pond for a solo vacation. According to El País, Barack Obama's wife touched down in Palma de Mallorca, Spain on Tuesday for her private visit. Michelle is a guest of former United States Ambassador to Spain James Costos and his husband Michael Smith. The 53-year-old will spend time at the couple's rented summer house, Sis Plains, a property owned by Mayuritis Allahs, which is a breeding space for thoroughbred Arabian horses. The fake affection between Barack and Michelle was palpable throughout his presidency, and now we're relearning that it was because these two were just using each other to further themselves, not unlike the photo op Barack had with this Sandy victim. Now that they're out of the White House, they seem to be heading for divorce, at least as far as their constant traveling arrangements are concerned.